stories that you read it and you say, you know what, it's about continuing to go after your dreams, and he just never gave up, and that's what I find inspirational.
I think
there's not enough of that in the world. I mean, so often we hear the stories about all we hear about are whether they're musical stars, actors, actresses, or even athletes. We think that they were just always naturally gifted, and that's just not the case. I mean, these people, they work at their craft every single day. So, and that's what I find inspirational.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. John Cougar Mellencamp, the singer, he said something one time that I've always kind of kept as a quote, although I don't know that I'm quoting it exactly. He said, it's not where you are on the track, it's how far you've come down the track.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a good slogan. I like
love that.
Yeah. And I think that's why we like underdog stories, is because we've all come down the track a certain distance, and then I may not be. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Bill Gates' story. I don't know if he was poor when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's catapulted to. He's way down the track.
Yeah.
But somebody.
He was never the rich. He was never the richest guy on the planet, like he is now.
Right.
Like in the top 10. So yeah.
And no offense to any royal people, but Prince William obviously never had to do any of that stuff. He never had to cut the lawn to survive. I mean.
Yeah. Right.
His dad might have said, cut the grass. I don't
just
think
for
so.
fun.
I don't think
go
so.
ahead, ride that mower.
Ride it.
Yeah. Get on that big mower.
Yeah, and I think that's why as a society we love that underdog, because I mean, our country is an underdog, and that's how we've always viewed it. That's a great quote by Mellencamp. I'm going to have to look that up.
By the way, Daniel Nava, the story that you directed me to on your Facebook page, his story of pursuing his passion of baseball, coupled with the fact that he had a crush on this woman, made it interesting for me, because I'm a romantic at heart. Which is why I like Rocky. I like Rocky because of that. I like it's an underdog who, just almost gets there. In the first one anyway. But he's got this something bigger happening for him, which is Adrian. Right?
Yes.
Adrian.
Yeah. Adrian.
Well, yeah. And he figures out. You got to remember. I mean, when you look at Rocky, and by the way, in Philadelphia, that is an autobiography. That's not a fictional movie. Rocky is real. But he talks about it in that movie. It really encapsulates how his life, as he started to get boxing in line, then his life started falling in line as he started to live a more disciplined life, and I think that's great.
Good point.
There's so many sports movies that are about that. And in life it's that way. When you start to get your life on track, whether it's you find God, or you find that woman who keeps you on the straight and narrow, or whatever that is, whatever, all of a sudden your life has more discipline in it, everything in your life gets better. And that's the key, and that's what I always find great about those kind of movies.
Okay, so we could make a movie of him, and I've got some other underdog stories here. They're all sports related, so I apologize to anybody who was hoping I'd have some.
Because it's easier, right? I mean, it's easy to determine who's an underdog and how in sports, and that's one of the things we love about him. There's a clear-cut winner and there's a clear-cut loser, and I think that makes it easy. It's not figure skating where a judge has to decide, or the Oscars where a panel of people that you don't even know decide.
Well, and I think in sports you have a clear opponent.
Yeah.
Correct.
I mean, if you were to look at everybody who's successful in music, I would guess there's in the 90% of them were born poor.
Yeah, like the Beatles.
I mean, almost all of them did not have a silver spoon in their mouth when they were born.
Well, the Beatles weren't poor; they were middle class. But yeah, I get.
But
probably.
But my point is, there's really no opponent in their story.
Right.
They'll go from rags to riches, but there's no opponent.
That's right.
There's no Goliath.
There's no enemy. Yeah, I agree with that.
There's no David and Goliath story there.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So anyway, I have some sports ones. 1921, the first one I have. American college football. Centre College defeated Harvard 6-0.
Yeah.
6-0.
Yeah, and at the time, Harvard was the Alabama, if you will. They were the Notre Dame of college football. So.
In 1935, boxer James J. Braddock defeated heavyweight champion Max Baer, Jethro's dad.
Yeah.
He was the 10-1 underdog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
He knocked him out.
Yeah. Jethro's dad.
Yes.
That threw me off. I'm not going to kid you. Threw me off.
Well, we've had Max Baer Jr. on.
Yeah, we have.
I
He's a
kind of
good
wish we
guy.
could have him more often. But on July 16th, 1950, during the FIFA World Cup final in Brazil, Uruguay defeated the highest-ranked team in the world.
Wow.
Brazil 2-1 to win the tournament, to one of the greatest upsets ever in Brazilian football history.
Yeah, FIFA. It's FIFA is how you say it.
Okay, thank you.
FIFA.
Thank you.
I would have
FIFA.
known that.
That's the so you know that's the World Cup, and that's the biggest event on the planet every 4 years. It's you know, as far as number of people who watch it, it's twice as many people watch the FIFA World Cup than watch the Olympics.
Oh.
Watch the World Cup
Interesting.
final than watch either the Summer or the Winter Olympics.
Oh.
That's how
okay.
big of an event it is across the world. So.
In Super Bowl III, the Jets, led by Joe Namath, defeated the heavily favored Baltimore Colts.
Now, the most important thing that came out of that game is that's the first person that used the index finger to symbolize we're number one.
Oh, really?
Oh, who did that? Was it Joe?
Yeah, it was Joe Namath. Yeah, and it was the first guarantee in American sports, of course. That's when Joe Namath said, I guarantee it. We're going to win Sunday, I guarantee it. And the rest is history.
Oh, wow.
Now, everybody makes guarantees. Yeah.
All right, so now
Wow.
we talked about Rocky, and so here's supposedly the inspiration for Rocky: the 1964 Muhammad Ali versus Liston fight. In the 1974 Rumble in the Jungle fights, Muhammad Ali was expected to lose against Sonny Liston and George Foreman in those two fights.
You know, I've heard that before. That was part of that's not really. There was another guy who fought Muhammad Ali, and his name escapes me. And they actually took it to the court of law.
Was it Chuck Wepner? Chuck Wepner? Is that ring a bell?
Chuck. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Thank you. And you know, that's really who the character Rocky is loosely based on. And Sylvester Stallone actually had to pay him a certain amount of money that's undisclosed.
And if I'm right, that fight with Wepner was also the same as the first Rocky, where he didn't actually win. He almost did.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He caught the champ on a bad
Well,
day.
was he picked? Was it supposed to be just exhibition? And so I mean the way they portrayed the character.
Rocky.
No, the other guy.
Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed. Like he
Yeah.
was arrogant and.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And he
Well,
won
no,
exhibition.
Apollo Creed was Muhammad Ali.
Right, but was
arrogant.
well, Muhammad Ali had this arrogant persona, but was it real or was that just his showbiz thing?
You know, I think Muhammad Ali really felt that he was the greatest of all time, and he
maybe.
wasn't afraid to tell people. But there was a lot of showmanship in Muhammad Ali. Always was. So if you're going to go into the ring like that and risk somebody punching you as hard as they can, you have to be a little cocky about it.
Yeah, I guess so. Closer to
By
home.
the way, the park. Okay, just so if you're viewing at home, the parking has begun.
Oh, the update
Okay.
on the unskilled Chicago Parker.
Just so you know, start your clock now.
The
Oh,
guy's
okay.
there. The guy's there.
8:16.
So,
All
yeah,
right.
so keep going.
All right. It's-
And it's just so you know, just so as we're counting the clock,
8:16.
it's raining. He's pulled in and now he's pulled back out. But keep going, Larry.
It's raining?
I'll count,
Okay. All right.
I'll count how many times he adjusts his parking spot. All right, go ahead.
All right, closer to home and closer to now. In 2008, the Tampa Bay Rays went from last to first place in the AL East and into the 2008 World Series. Their underdog run ended when they lost, though, to the Philadelphia Phillies. So they had an underdog moment. Yeah.
There really was. I mean, they went from nothing to a pretty good show. He's pulled back out again. So they were pretty amazing that year. Yeah, that they got there. He's opened the door now, and he's looking.
Oh no!
Okay, go ahead.
No. So that's all that happened in the underdog theme right there.
And it's raining. It'll be interesting to see if he gets out and walks around like he usually does.
Do we know his name? Do you know his name?
I'm not going to give you his name.
Okay, but you know it.
There are people who work at Life South, I have found out, to listen to this show.
The unskilled Chicago.
This guy's the underdog.
All right, he's gotten out of his car.
One day he'll be the best parker in America.
He has gotten out of his car and he's walking around.
It's 3 minutes so far.
And I'm going to tell you, his right tires are almost halfway into the other lane, and he didn't realize that, so he's gotten back in. All right, keep going, Larry. He's trying to adjust. This is so funny to me.
Oh,
Sorry.
man. Oh, man.
I mean, his first attempt, I guess this was his second attempt, wasn't even close.
Did he have an experience like when he was younger, and now he doesn't want it to happen again?
I don't know, but he's wow.
Have you looked at his desk? Is his desk like perfectly lined up?
Yeah, he's just started all over.
Is everything on his desk? Is everything on his desk lined up?
I'll go by and I'll take a look. He has a cubby.
Yeah,
So.
I think we're onto something psychological here.
Yeah,
He has a cubby. No, but if you saw how off he was, if you saw how off he was, you would know he just flat out can't drive. Okay, all right, keep going. He's
No, parking and driving are two different things.
He's on his fourth attempt.
It was 8:15 and 38 seconds when you said he was there.
Unskilled Chicago Parker update from Galen Segment.
He's an underdog. That poor parking.
He is an underdog.
Is Goliath. All right.
Yeah. All right. Well,
you got to get to the most the greatest. There's a couple that are still left, but there's one that's really high up on my list. So
all right, tell me. Well, I do have others, but there's so many of them. I just thought I would end where I ended on the Tampa Bay.
Well, I mean, the greatest underdog of all time was the Miracle on Ice, and that was the United States against the Russians in the semifinals of the 1980 Olympics.
Okay, that is on the list. Yeah.
I mean, that's by far and away one of the biggest upsets in the history of the world. And then, of course, the other one that I think is pretty high up there is Kansas winning the NCAA tournament in 1987, I believe, with now I can't remember the guy's name. Just went out of my brain. The Manning. His name was was it Manning?
What was the year?
1987 or 88?
All right, let me see if I have
88.
it. No,
Kansas.
I don't have it. No.
Okay, so that to me is one of the biggest upsets in NCAA history. And then the other one that's probably a close second, of course, is when NC State won the NCAA tournament, and that's when Coach Jim Valvano was running around looking to give Sydney a hug, and that's one of the great images that you will see in sports. So there you go.
We all love underdog stories.
And then, of course, the 2004, 2007, and 2013 Boston Red Sox.
Yeah. We
last year the Red Sox were an underdog. They were expected to have, a 500 season at best, and then they went on to have the best record in baseball and to win the World Series. So,
there you go, Robin. We need a segue from.
Okay, now just so you know, he is out of his car for the last time.
Oh, good.
He's walking around. He's in there pretty much in the middle.
Oh, he's still walking. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, he's comfortable with it. He got back in. He turned off his car, and now he's putting up a sunshade in the rain.
Oh no!
He's got a sunshade.
Oh no!
Okay, he's out of the car.
So, do the people who listen to you right now?
He's officially parked.
Okay, that's
so
7.
What was that time?
What's the time, Robin?
He started at 8:15:38, and it's now 8:22, so it's like 7 minutes.
Okay, that's a long time. Would you agree? I mean, I'm not even exaggerating today. Maybe I was exaggerating with 15 minutes, but he's taking longer. So maybe he's getting a little better.
Maybe people are telling him. Maybe people are telling him.
Yeah,
hey.
but 7 minutes, that's a long time to park your car in one slot, you know?
But there's nobody on either side of the spaces. It's not like it's a tight spot. This isn't in downtown New York where you're trying to parallel park into a band box.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
7 minutes to park your car.
Robin, we need to segue from...
I'm waving at him.
Waving at him.
Is he waving back?
No, he doesn't. He's not a waiver.
Oh, no. Robin, does he have a lunchbox by chance?
He carries something in his hand. He carries like a...
It's
not a man purse, but he carries something in his hand. I can't
purse.
quite tell what it is.
Robin, we need a segue from underdogs to donating blood.
Well, no matter who the underdog is in a person's life, you're always rooting for the underdog. And sometimes the people that need blood are the underdogs because they need a lot more than their body can provide themselves. So go to Lifestyles Community Blood Centers, donate 1 unit of blood, take Galen up on his offer of apheresis donation, and also become an ambassador. You can encourage others to give blood if you can't.
There you go.
Beautiful.
So he's out of sight now? You can't see him?
Yeah, he's gone. He's working.
Okay, 7 minutes. So we'll see if he breaks his record tomorrow.
All right. So where's the Bloodmobile today?
Bloodmobile, we're out at the Winn-Dixie on top of the world, and then we're also at the Walmart out in the Silver Spring Shores.
Okay, and if you can't get
that's the new one in the Shores.
Yeah, the newest one.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's where we stop for a second. And if you can't get out there, then you go on Silver Springs Boulevard, right next door to the Cascades, and you can donate blood over there. If you were in Denali, where would you go, Robin?
Right next door to Sweet Bay.
Sweet Bay.
Sweet Bay.
All right, Galen, you have a good day. So it's raining up there. It's not raining here yet.
You rained here yesterday, and it never rained in Ocala, so it's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't get past the prairie.
So are the people who listen to you and know this guy ever telling him that you're talking about him?
Well, here's what happened. I got an email yesterday, and it said, "Hey, who can't park?" I said, and I wrote back, because, it's not in context. I really don't understand. Things are in different contexts. I'm like, who? What are you talking about? Who are you talking about on the radio who can't park?
Oh, no.
From corporate. And I said, I'm not telling you.
Good for you.
Now I'm like, why do you? You're not supposed to listen to the show.
Oh, no.
The observations of life are the funniest.
So maybe this guy is an underdog. Does he have a wife? Is he married? Does he have a girlfriend?
I don't know any of that. I try to talk to him, and he's not as talkative as I am.
Not a talker. Okay.
No.
All right.
No. People are kind of intimidated by me because
I know.
I talk to everybody and they go, "What? Who is that guy?"
You're the boss,
He doesn't know polypurebred in his life.
I'm not his boss, right? Or I would have to have some training on how to park.
Oh no. All right, Galen. Well, you have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
You guys are the best. Thanks, y'all.
We'll be right back.
Need to right this wrong with blinding speed goes underdog.
Hi, this is Jody Saulnier. Jeff and I are the owners of J&J Jewelers in the Jasmine Plaza, which is located at the intersection of State Road 200 and Airport Road.
We're third-generation jewelers, voted Ocala's favorite jewelry store for the last 5 years.
We carry a wide selection of new and estate jewelry, bridal sets, and citizen watches. J&J Jewelers specialize in jewelry repair and custom-designed jewelry, including wedding sets.
All of our repairs are done on site and can even be done by appointment while you wait. J&J Jewelers is open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday, 10 to 2, and closed on Sunday and Monday.
Stop by today or visit our website at jandjjewelersocala.com or call 352-401-0001. You'll remember our custom design made for you by us at J&J Jewelers. Proud to be made in America.
I drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was
All right, let's see where the best price is for gasoline in our community. Right now, the average in Ocala for a gallon of regular unleaded gasoline is $3.45. That is up a penny since yesterday. And let's see, the Murphy Express called in 30 minutes ago over down in Oxford at the Walmart down there. They have gas for $3.06 down there. $3.06? That's a big difference. Wow.
That's a huge difference.
$3.06?
I'm going to Oxford.
Wow. The Circle K in the Villages 31 minutes ago, they have gas for $3.06 also. The Shell station in the Villages $3.06 also a half hour ago. The Villages looks like the place to go for gas. We'll be right back.
Phoenix Promotional Solutions, your company supplier of banners, digital decals, yard signs, and magnetic signs. Where you give them approved artwork by noon, the next day by 4 p.m., you pick up your banners, digital decals, yard signs, and magnetic signs. Phoenix Promotional Solutions, 368-2404. That's 368-2404. Don't forget, they do vehicle wraps also. Phoenix Promotional Solutions, 368-2404.
All right, I got about a minute and a half to bring you some other news. These are the stories that don't fit anywhere else. The first one comes from Woodland, California. A California burglary suspect who is considered armed and dangerous attempted to turn himself in at the Yolo County Jail, but he got tired of waiting.
Oh.
So he walked out. Woodland police are once again on the lookout for Mario Lopez because they believe he is connected to more than 100 break-ins over the last 2 months. He went to the front window, according to Captain Robin Fail. He identified himself. The clerks back there identified him, confirmed that he did, in fact, have a warrant. After the clerks told him he would be booked soon, Lopez waited for 15 minutes and then left.
Well, good for him. Why should he wait?
I
mean, if you want something done, you do it right away.
Just have a seat, sir. We'll be arresting you in just a minute. Just have a seat.
Read a magazine. Have some popcorn.
The next story from Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey. A few days ago, Dove unleashed a New Jersey-based advertisement reminding notoriously proud Garden State residents that some people call Jersey the armpit of America.
Oh, gee.
Dear New Jersey, when people start calling you the armpit of America, take it as a compliment. Sincerely, Dove, read the billboards, and it showed a pretty lady with her arm raised and her armpit exposed, but not everyone was amused. Now Dove has taken the billboards down.
Oh, gee.
And we've got to go.
Today, the folly of predicting elections 9 months in advance. Details next. Marcia's identity thief wasn't a stranger. It was her best friend, her roommate. She put Marcia close to $100,000 in debt, and Marcia ended up losing her home. A few years later, it almost happened again, but this time she was armed with the proactive protection of LifeLock services. She again knew the thief trying to steal her identity. It was her son's friend attempting to get a loan in Marcia's name. With LifeLock's help, Marcia was able to stop the fraudulent loan before it could damage her finances and good name. Marcia found out the hard way that no matter how careful we are, no one can stop all identity theft, and that's why I protect myself with LifeLock Ultimate. Don't think identity theft will never happen to you. Do what I did. Arm yourself with LifeLock Ultimate. Visit LifeLock.com now and enter promo code Huckabee or call and mention Huckabee for 10% off your LifeLock membership. Call 1-800-240-LOCK, 1-800-240-LOCK, 1-800-240-LOCK.
Network does not cover all transactions and scope may vary.
If you'd asked political experts 2 weeks ago, they would have said with absolute certainty that this year Republicans will run against Obamacare and Democrats will run on the minimum wage. None predicted Russia might play a role, but in the face of the White House's weak response to Vladimir Putin's military move,